Welcome back to the Tiny Hangout. This is Mike coming at you with the weekly news and review for October 26, 2025. Obviously, it's not November yet because we have not had Halloween. You know, that fun pagan ritual we all dress up, or the kids do at least. I used to dress up every single year, just kind of got old. But we have an onslaught of news for you. We've got a TFCon, we've got MGM London, we've got stuff going on, and we don't have all the slides from the third-party panel, but one company provided them on their own site, so we'll go over that. I'll do another video later with all my thoughts on the third-party panel. But there's lots of Transformers news this week, even without those slides. There's some Turtle news. Is it really a week without Turtle news? Now, Turtle news is never quite the same as Transformers. It's at least a tenth or less. But 112 Mesco making a Casey Jones in a red shirt. Not sure about why the red is so important. And then we've got some Tron pictures. Nothing big. Well, bigger than vintage, though. That means something. I was surprised because this Batmobile is everywhere for pre-order and all sold out. I believe it'll come back in stock once it starts showing up, but that's just my belief. I can believe whatever I want, right? Gotta get tough. Yo, Joe, there's some G.I. Joe classified news or updates to stuff we've already known, and some news, some olds and some news. And then Star Wars has got some strange for you. You want some strange? You're gonna get some strange in the Star Wars segment, and a lot of unexpected stuff coming up. Right, what's news at Showzi's store? We've got Galaxy Toys Mini 0L, whatever they're saying here, Xiao Bing Bing, Beachcomber green version, G2 green version, and it is sub-legend scale. No, now here's the thing. There's two things. Number one, ladies, beware of a guy that brags about what he can accomplish with 2.5 inches. It's not even legend scale. The other thing is, if I talk about it in the Show Z segment, I don't have to talk about it later. And this is something new this week. It's news. $1 down. Price usually around $25. Gear Factory Gale TFP AM22 Dreadwing modified version. It is made of ABS, height unknown, I believe chug scale. And this does look and feel a lot like what they were doing with some of these, let's say, KO versions of Prime figures, but still looks pretty cool. $1 down if you're interested. And we've got the Mastermind Creations Ocular Max Hot Spot toy color version called Ignis. And I want to point this out. It is $220. So how much is the X-Transplants version going to cost? Curious. But we're knowing that's coming, and we're going to have to pay for that. Curiouser, but hopefully less than $220. Oh, probably not. Anyway, this is pre-order, or you can pay for it all. $1 down pre-order, pay for it all in advance if you choose. And I think it's a nice looking bot. Actually, if you want to go with some bot modes for your Defensor, and maybe X-Transbots is your combined mode, that's a good way to go also. I mean, it's a possibility if you're in for all of that. Cyan Culture is putting out theirs. I think it's the second set. I think I've only got the first set, so this is the second set. And there's going to be 3 total sets. And before you're done, it'll be a Trainbot, Raiden. And the only Raiden I'll probably ever have in my collection. But, yeah, I've got this pre-ordered. Mine was pre-ordered on October 24th of 2025. A year ago. Wait, 2 days ago. Okay, either way. I got it coming. So I guess this might be the third set, but I haven't received my second set yet. Should all still be on the way? Alright, I'm just a little confused on these train bots. I've only got the first set, and this is the second set. I thought there was another set in here. Anyway, I'm looking to finish this. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it, but feels like a long time in between releases. Don't forget TH and support the reviewer code if you want to. Help the channel out. So really hard to start with Masterpiece. We're going to talk about this. It's the TFCon event exclusive, available at A3U. I believe they're out of Canada, and Toy Dojo in the US. But this is MMC's Like I said, there's an onslaught of news, and is this Ruination one of those? I do not know all the different color variations of the Brutalgus, but I think it looks good. I'm just not in on this, but it's kind of exciting they're making it. Next up is this Make Toys Ice Cream Starscream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for Starscream, and this is it. It looks good. It's a little bit of daiquiri ice there with that blue. Or is it kind of a green with that gray? I thought it was blue. Anyway, yeah, sherbet. It feels like a sherbet. It looks good. And with that, I'm not in on these, but they keep coming up with another recolor at every convention, and it's getting creative. Fun to watch. I don't know if it'd be fun to display. Looking at someone else's display would be fun. Oh yeah, you can probably get this at TF Source if you don't go to the con. So X-Transbots is probably the one I'm going to talk about the most, and actually had a lot of surprising stuff going on here. So they're looking at Masterpiece Scavenac, but they're going to give you some head first. And just like Fans Toys, you know, it's kind of like the foreplay to will we ever get that 4-foot one? But it does go up against what Fans Toys is threatening to make. I mean, saying they're going to make it. I haven't seen any proof they're actually going forward with it, but if they make a 4-foot tall Scorponok to go up against a 4-foot tall Fortress Maximus, be interesting to see what's going on. But anyhow, this is a Celerity to be the fast track. Celerity, not Singularity. And then Varak is Zarak. They just changed the Z to the V. And I think the E to the A. Anyway, still looks pretty good, actually. I will probably, I don't know. I passed on the Metroplex because the one that we saw before, the Loon Resource, W Resources, was too stylized for my take and very expensive. But if this is Transbots, it's going to look very, very, very G1. It can be hard to turn down. Really hard to turn down. And with that, I'll start with these, definitely. Here's a render. I think the render looks good of the two characters. I'm on board. Definitely on board. Definitely all about that lifestyle. So get them all, review them, enjoy them. They're doing some other stuff too. Here's another dealer room picture. Let's get that one out of the way. And so that one's coming. And they're just showing movement on that project. It's nothing new. Let's show this. It's a series of pictures. And I believe the name of the characters, their name, I forgot it, but Scoop. Is it Scoop? I did end up picking up, I don't think I've got a G1 of this, but I've got one that came out like 2013. Whatever line that they were doing, 30th Generations or something like that. And it's kind of cool, but this is way better. I will definitely buy this. Some of this is almost nostalgia for what the modern version of the vintage. So the vintage one sucks. The modern one was pretty cool that Hasbro made. This is great because it's Masterpiece. And I like X-Transbots. I think somebody says I'm an X-Transbot shill, and I'm okay with that. So Super 7 shill, X-Transbot shill. I'm going to shill for Super 7 probably sometime in this video. Here's the Desecrator. Desecrator. Yeah. That's a nice name for Devastator. It looks really good. It does look like a toy, though. I mean, it does look a lot toyish, toyetic. And I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. It looks cartoony, too. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. So, I'm building it. I'm building this. I'm getting the standard one for the combined mode. I'm getting toy for the bot mode, because toy has so much more detail in the bot modes. And then Fans Toys to decide which one I like better in combined mode. I'm combining Fans Toys. This is the last Omnibot. And we are actually going to get into some more stuff with Devastator. It's just all intertwined, so there it is. Looks really good. I'm excited for the Omnibots, get them all finished up, and yeah, looking really good. This is going to be a fun set to have. I already love the first two. Have had no issues really with them. Feel the same way about this. It might be a little fiddly in the transformation. It might be maybe not the most fun thing. I'm not flipping them back and forth 50 times a day. It's exactly what I want. It's gonna look good on the shelf for about $100, and no other company's gonna touch it. And so this one is MX43 Teardown Toon version. There's also the toy version, which I'm not gonna show all the different pics yet. It is what it is. I'm happy they've at least taken the time out of their busy schedule to post these pictures, even though we don't have the full 325 slides from the actual third-party panel. Now, this is him, this figure in the combined mode. Now, let me tell you this. It's a floating head, probably a talking head. Don't believe anything Devastator says. It's fake news. And then getting into the alt mode, that looks fine. Everything looks good. It looks good. Is it fun or easy to get there? That's a different story. And let's finish up with the Varek head for Skabanak, with the base and a stand. Exactly like what, well, not exactly, but a lot like what Fans Toys did. This looks more like the stand that would just be the neck to plug it in. You know, it's the way I feel. Versus some strange round gold thing that plugs in, I guess, or whatever. I don't even remember. I haven't transformed the Fans Toys one since the video, so it's been a long time. But I look forward to this. I'm getting this, definitely. Definitely getting this. I'm surprised it's not up for pre-order yet on Show Z. Dealer room showing off 01 Studio. This dude here. I'm not into this. I didn't get it, but I'm fascinated by the fact it's getting made. A lot of fun if you want to get all these. I really just... The only planet I really care to get, and I've thought a lot about this, is Unicron. And I just don't have places for a bunch of planets floating around. And it's ironic because I have multiple Unicrons in one display. I just don't think it would look as good if it was all these different planets, but still. This looks fascinating. And I'm curious what other people do with it in their displays. So there's this TCW Teardown Maximus. I feel like I'm kind of confused on a lot of this stuff. It feels like a broadside. It doesn't feel like it's full masterpiece either. So, am I wrong? Right, wrong? I'm sure we'll find out more in the future. The future body. And then there's a sword, which looks like it's a... Is that a sword for Max? That's what it looks like to me. It looks pretty cool too. It's kind of fun. They're showing off this DK56A set. It's an upgrade kit for the good old Hasbro version of this dude. And the thing about it is, they said it's sold out at the show. Well, I'm sure you can get other places, not the show. There's other random stuff that's been around, out and around, and it's fun to look at. That they're bringing all this, even KO, like they're bringing some KO stuff. This 005, all these different color primes. I thought that was fascinating too. All the Alpha Action Elite. This is the Shattered Glass version of Megatron, Starscream, and is it Soundwave also is in there in the mix? Anyway, good looking pictures, great looking artwork, and a lot of people are proposing questions. Would pictures like this of the Tron toys sold the Tron HasLab? The answer is no. Got a few more pics here. They were showing that Fans Hobby ATAC and the VEA-01 missile launcher. Now I got the launcher coming so I can add it to my ATAC or AW Striker. I canceled my Hasbro one, and I think a lot of people might have. I like this so much more. Just aesthetically, I don't see the point of buying the Hasbro one. Other than Clutch, I guess. But they'll probably put Clutch back out as a single release like they did with Breaker. So I assume. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. It's not going to hurt me or anything. But this was one, like 130, and then there's another 38 for the launcher. So you can put it on top and make it look like a very classic AW Striker. And that's all I want. And, one and done. I don't need anything else like this. So now I'm going in order of some pictures. So I'm going out of order or sequence of events. But this is at BBTS right now for 200. The only reason I know is I pre-ordered one for my son, and it came in stock, and I'll be shipping that order soon, and got to figure out what I'm going to cut. So here I order some stuff, I pay for it. When it's time to ship, I just cut out whatever's going to cover the $120 in tax. That's how my life goes. And so with that, I do think it looks pretty cool. I know that when it sold out, it was selling for like $350 or something. Now it's a reissue. If you want it, get it by Christmas. My son actually said, wait for a sale, Dad, but, you know, I don't want to sit here at Christmas and not have anything impressive for him. And this might be the last year he even wants Transformers. Here we go with a Timelines Bumblebee and Megatron, if this is a thing you're into. They showed this off at the Comic-Con. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is bouncing around, so it's in certain order that I don't feel like it's order, but whatever. Here's the alt modes. I'm not in on these. They're still kind of cool, fun, different. I mean, at least it's not exactly the same figure just being put out. At least it's not Wheeljack for the 5th time, right? So, I mean, that's the plus to this. It's not a 5th Wheeljack of the exact same mold. Then here we go with some Onslaught. It's an onslaught of news. There's always an onslaught of news. It never stops. But there it is. And so for the Hasbro, working on this. So I'm debating whether I continue collecting Hasbro combiners. It's really all I'm doing with Hasbro is combiners. Dinobots are done. And picking and choosing some like obscure characters. And that's about it. For me with Hasbro. So I think this looks great though. All the combiners have looked fantastic. So far this is where they've gotten. And they're doing really well. And then I'm out on the new Seekers. They look fantastic, but $43 is a bit of a stretch. For not that they're bad, or if it's all I collected, I'd be okay with it, I guess. But the fact that I have 2 really nice sets of Masterpiece Seekers, I just don't see the point of after tax $50 each. It's not going to work for me, but it looks great. Fantastic. Here we go with the new Commander class, Optimus Prime, next to the Onslaught, next to the what's unreleased new version of Soundwave, which I've got mixed feelings about, but it looks fine. I mean, it's no acoustic wave. Let's just say that. And then there's whatever this is. I don't even know what they call it, but hey, it's there. Have fun with it. Oh, it's what I showed the first picture. There you go. Whatever that was called. More of that. Okay, we're doubling down. More of that. If I save the picture, I figure it's worth showing. And then we got all of this going on here. I like this Alpha Trion, but I actually like the one that was in that 2-pack more. It's smaller, but it looks way better. Which is a remold of Scourge, which maybe that's the way to go in every instance with Alpha Trion. Just remold Scourge. And there it goes. Maybe we're getting a new Scourge, and we just don't know it yet. Ooh, that's something. There's the new Titan live-action movie Bayverse version of Grimlock. Does it even say it in the picture? Do they even call it Grimlock? Yeah. They call it Grimlock. And there's more stuff that you can look at. That commentary. You can read it too. And I like these kind of pictures right here. It just kind of shows everything. Well, not everything, but this is, if you're into the Hasbro stuff, really well shown. And I said I was going out of order. It is what it is. This is the easiest way I found to do this. This is the new Soundwave next to the Megatron. How much shorter he is. If you're okay with it, you're okay with it. If you're not, I really feel like this is still a serious upgrade. So if you're going to take the Netflix Soundwave and put it next to this Megatron, I think that you would be losing. It's not a win. That's my belief. What do you think? Yeah, this is still better than the Netflix. But not a whole lot better than Netflix. Probably like 18%. Oh, wind charger here. Is this what's going on? That's the new kid on the block with a bunch of comparisons. And yeah, that works. It's a lot of weird pictures coming out this week that feel like randomly pulled from everywhere. Some random pictures here. This is the Age of the Primes, Alchemist Prime, and I think that it's fascinating. It looks interesting. I'm not sure I've seen the pictures like this. I don't know why it doesn't show both modes, and sad to say I don't care enough to seek out another picture, especially on this week. This one here is some sort of a Junkion. They call it Animated Universe Rekar. And it's fun. which we're going to see in the third-party panel. There's New Age is making Legends versions of Wreck-Ar, and they're just... Think about Junkions with New Age. There's going to be 100 of them bad boys, and all the different variations they make. It's going to be ridiculous. It is going to be insane what New Age does with Junkions. I'm probably going to get like 4. I don't think I can tolerate 100 of them bad boys. It would be impressive, though. Extremely impressive. Anyway, here we go with Sure Shot. I believe it's Sure Shot. This is one that I think I might have them. I don't know. I got to look for the vintage one. But this is definitely an update. So this is the kind of stuff that kind of keeps me on track with, keeps me into Hasbro. Because until X Transboss does it, I kind of want to back up with Hasbro. That's what I did with Punch Counter Punch. That's what I did with the Runabout. Now, transitioning into other news. I want to apologize to everybody about my shutdown facts video. If you haven't watched it, please do go watch it maybe 5 times. Leave a like or a dislike. It doesn't matter. Likes and dislikes are exactly the same in the eyes of YouTube. But I have to say this. Some people felt I was very insensitive and I offended them for whatever reason. And they didn't like the facts and they didn't like my opinions. I didn't even tell you the solutions to all these problems. I have the solutions. I could fix every single problem in our country very easily myself. I mean, I could throw it all out there. It would make everyone hate me, though. But I forgot to tell you guys that you can get some really good deals on vintage stuff right now on eBay because, for whatever reason, there's very few buyers. Oh yeah, I lost like 22 subscribers on that. Sorry for all you that want to show your collections. That's on hold for a bit. Alright, so getting into Super 7, this Lion-O and Snarf toy versions, these deluxe action figures, are available for pre-order at Amazon and Entertainment Earth, I believe, is what it said. And I'm transitioning with Super 7 because I don't want to just follow whatever I said with anyone else. I'm a Super 7 shill, so it's okay. But I want to say this about the Snarf. I got my Snarf, and it's like neon orange. It does not look this color at all. It is nowhere in the ballpark of this color. I probably should do a review on it. If you want me to review it, let me know. I probably will. But I ordered a couple of them, and only one showed up. So if you had 2 of anything on one order, so I ordered a separate Snarf, and then I ordered 2 of these. The one I ordered 2, one of each, is on back order, but the single separate Snarf shipped. So the key is to order everything separately if you pre-order. And same thing as Show Z too. Order everything separately. It'll ship separately and they won't hold on to anything. But that's the way to go. And if you want me to do a review, I will. Alright, getting into the antagonist scientist for Ramen toys. They're showing the packaging. And it's exciting because I've got one of each ordered. I'm hoping to score one from Gundam also for review. Here's the thing. I'm paying the full price to open one would destroy me. I want to have a sealed one and an opened one. And if I can put it back in the package. If you can't put this back in the package, you can't put antagonist scientist back in the corner, then I'm not going to open it until I can get one from... I didn't think about that when I pre-ordered these, but anyway. You can still pre-order them actually at the pre-order price. The early bird price, $70. Ramen toy. This is all the different angles, for the most part, of the packaging. Looks pretty good. These are the new Tron Legacy 6-inch figures from Hasbro. And they look alright. It is what it is. If you're interested in this. It looks like they're making a light cycle too, so that'll all work pretty good. If you're into all that stuff, I probably will pass. I'm more into the vintage Tron, and I like finite stuff, but it's going to be hard to say no at clearance. Gotta say that. So this Batmobile, a preview has been shared from Frontline Toys on 7-inch scale, measuring 21 inches long. Pre-order scheduled on 24th. Well, it's already come and gone, and sold out everywhere. And the thing is, I still have the Mattel one, which to me is the best. This might rival it, but it's supposed to fit 7-inch figures. I don't think the Mattel one would accommodate that so much. They're more for 6. But, you know, does an inch make a difference? Well, we'll find out. But I believe that when all this starts showing up, eventually places, usually Amazon, will get more in stock. And they're $80. It's a good vehicle for $80. That's all I got to say. And I'd love to have one to compare to the Mattel. The first one they put out was for the 6-inch, the 66 line. And it was way too small. This is supposed to be the right size. And yes, size matters. Okay, so new Mafex photos of Wolverine, Queen Maeve, and Batman. I'm Batman. So, yeah. Mafex, $100 figures, right? They look alright. I just figured I'd throw it in because I like to talk about a variety of fun stuff. Fun. Fun for me, fun for you, fun for everyone. But Tmnt, Casey Jones, 112 Collective. I gotta say this too. I think this is like a $112 figure, I think. 120. Oh, prices. Inflation. That's because the tariff made it go up $8. So there it is. The tariffs made it go up $8. But I'm waiting for my $2,000 tariff refund whenever that comes in. But pre-order links for Entertainment Earth, BBTS, Chosen Prime, Toy Geeks, all that kind of stuff. If you're into it, it comes with one pair of fists, posing hands, grappling hands, relaxed hands. So a bunch of hands, a bunch of heads, and costumes, sleeves, sneakers, sweatpants. Lots of clothes. Then cricket bat, gaily stick, hockey stick, 2 hockey sticks, 2 golf clubs, metal bat, wooden bat, and 112 Collective display logo and adjustable display post. We got some G.I. Joe classified news. This is the retro collection, and it is the female Crimson Guard. I'm tempted on that, I gotta tell you that. And then we've got the Crazy Legs and Zap. Are they gonna... Do we have a Crazy Legs already done up in Night Force? I was thinking about that for a second. I don't know if we've done that yet or not. Zap, the first Lame 10. But they all look good. It's great. All instant buys for a reasonable price of $25. Hopefully not $28, but we'll see if we can work that out. But with that, I want to quickly say I keep hearing people saying that G.I. Joe Classified is dying because stuff doesn't sell out. I mean, it is like rampant right now. And G.I. Joe Classified is still seriously the hottest toy line out there. I mean, you could say Hasbro Transformers is doing well. You could say the third-party market in Transformers is very well. But at the same time, this is something you can walk into Target and Walmart. Sometimes they're Target. Some Walmarts don't have them, but BBTS has them. All right, so we got some reveals, and I guess Dan Hu reviews. I still haven't watched more than one of his videos, but he's the one that originated these photos. They circulated around a whole lot of people, but a Hydro Viper is coming from G.I. Joe Classified. A lot of people are excited for that. I mean, I am. It's one of the ones that I kept it carded. I believe that's one of the ones I kept carded. I know I had one as a kid, if not the carded one. But then we got the Ninja Force, the Zartan, which I didn't have as a kid, but I respect. I love the figure, and I actually have a couple of them for my own personal reasons. It gets into, like, they made other figures that used some color variations that it seemed like they needed to share accessories and stuff. It was some weird nonsense I made up when I collected the whole 503 figures from Vintage, but looks good. I probably will pick one up. Then there's a reveal for Zanya, another Dreadnought female. Garzania. Garzania. So, yeah, these dudes had to chime in on the new Zanya figure character. I wonder, will Super 7 make their version of her so we can have her in 3.75 inch reality? Would that be fun? On a side note, if you are collecting all these toys that you collect now, vintage ones, back during the airing of Beavis Butthead, how cheap would they have been to track down at garage sales and other places? Dirt cheap. Cheaper than MSRP. Cheaper than MSRP. Anyway, there's the full picture of Zanya. Garzania. Alright, so from the MCM London show, Comic-Con, we got to see Star Wars Black Series stuff. Jedi Master Dooku comes with a blue-bladed lightsaber. We've also got this Black Series Quaylen Voss, which that's kind of cool, I guess. And then there's the Seventh Sister Inquisitor, which that is awesome, by the way. That is awesome. Seventh Sister Inquisitor is pretty awesome. Vintage collection reveals are Vintage Collection Darth Maul, which, I mean, I think I've got one somewhere, maybe. And then there's iconic scene Star Wars Return of the Jedi. I believe this Darth Vader's where he gets his hand cut off, maybe. Spoiler alert. And then there is the Stranger. Then this was the Black Series Phase 1 Assault Trooper and Battle Droid Officer 2-pack leaked. I thought this was... When I first saw this, I was like, ooh, is this like $12 at Ross? Oh no, this is something new coming out. I've seen a Clone Trooper released before, and I've seen a Droid released before, and I thought this was like 2-year-old pack that was at Ross. No, it's something new. For $45, Amazon. Price at $45. I picked up some stuff super cheap this past week, and I don't have time to quite go into it this week. Maybe next week. The $135 Vintage Collection Darth Vader TIE Fighter is missing this beautiful sticker, the targeting computer. You turned off your targeting sensor. It's okay. Well, I guess Darth Vader turned off his targeting sensor also because he has the Force. Use the Force, Anakin. Quit crying. $130, and they can't put out a quality product. And I'm glad I've got 2 vintage ones. Okay, so this is probably the biggest news. So I will shout out Rocco the Great. I just want a toy hunt. Rocco the Great. You know, the guy that was constantly lifting up the shelves at Target, and he finds like 8 or 9-year-old figures in pristine condition, even though the floor has seen a lot of water from cleaning and it didn't get on the boxes somehow magically. It's magical universe he lives in, that all these 8-year-old toys that are stashed under these shelves, and there's no toys above them, there's no merchandise above them. It's really magic that he pulls off with that. But I like the fact that he pointed this out to me. ZD Toys is making these figures, Chewbacca, Jedi Luke, which I probably will buy the Jedi Luke. I probably will buy it for my son. Vader looks like a prototype version of Vader, and Yoda looks pretty cool. Chewbacca looks pretty cool, but we'll see what comes of this. Anyway, gotta go real fast. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, dislike. It doesn't really matter to YouTube. It's exactly the same in Titanium Hanger Out. Hey, subscribe.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the presidential image that you're used to. I look funny, but you are making money, see? So your world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round, I'm the old guy in town, and my cell's laid down by the voting bound. I drink up all the Diet Coke you've got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Trumpy, pronounced with the umpy. Yo ladies, please don't try to accuse me. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, yo, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like my rhymes, I like my beats spunky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous, I eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey yo Kamala, come here, you ticklish? Yeah, I thought you are. Look at me, I'm flimsy. It never stopped me from getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the mic with the boom. I once did a 2 in a Burger King bathroom, I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still putting on my own pants, and I even got my own dance.
The Trumpy dance is your chance. Do the Trump.